So welcome, Buchanan Transfer Fellows, parents, friends, staff members, and distinguished guests. I want to begin by introducing and thanking Mr. Carter Elliott, editor at the back there, one of our Buchanan Fellows. It's our tradition to invite two students from previous Buchanan Transfer Fellows to speak. So we're going to begin with Kai Ward, who is transferred from Columbia State Community College, studying management and leadership with minors in business administration and university honors. Kai.
Hello, my name is Kai, and I am majoring in business, as he mentioned. To be honest, I never in a million years saw myself presenting at this event, let alone did I think that I would see the finish line of getting my bachelor's degree when I sat where you guys are 2 years ago. Yet here I am about to graduate with my bachelor's degree in December, and I have 2 classes left until I graduate. I remember looking for scholarships at MTSU and thinking to myself, if I get a good scholarship, I will go. But if not, I will absolutely be done with college. I applied for the Honors Transfer Fellowship, and I got a rejection email, and my heart sank a little, but I was happy to be done with school. A month or so of summer passed, and I got a miscellaneous phone call from Murfreesboro. And I rarely ever pick up the phone if I think it's a scam, but I did this time. And it ended up being Dean Vile, and he explained to me that someone had decided to not take the Honors Transfer Fellowship, and that I was next in line, so I gladly said yes. Columbia State was a lot smaller, so when coming to MTSU, it was daunting to say the least. One of the things that scared me the most was doing a thesis, and I know some of you may be feeling the exact same way I was 2 years ago about that. With that being said, I want to encourage each and every one of you to reach out to your professors, your transfer fellows, and advisors on your academic journey. You are not alone, and there is a community of people who want to help you. You are capable of achieving whatever you want. For your thesis, focus on something you are passionate about. For me, I wrote my thesis over emotional intelligence and the interplay of stereotypes between men and women, and I defended it last November. This is a topic I was passionate about because I struggled a lot with my mental health getting my associate's degree, and unfortunately that did not just go away when I started going to MTSU. My thought process behind my thesis topic over emotional intelligence was I was someone who struggled with my mental health, and emotional intelligence is a measurement of how well one is able to deal with their emotions as well as with the emotions of others. I remember hearing about this topic in one of my management classes at MTSU. One of my favorite parts about writing my thesis was finding ways to become more emotionally intelligent myself. I started working out more and journaling, which are things I still try to do often. It gave me a better understanding of work-life balance. You are not alone. There are people who will help you feel prepared and confident in your work. I had a business professor who taught my Dale Carnegie class here at MTSU when I just begun. And at that point, I was in search for a thesis advisor, and I asked that professor if she could give me any names to help me find a thesis advisor. And in the end, I could not have asked for a better thesis advisor. So don't be afraid to ask questions. It can save you a lot of time and a lot of stress. You each have different backgrounds and perspectives that add to this university, so utilize people who have similar passions to you. One time in the Honors College, I was just sitting working on my homework in the upstairs area about a year and a half ago, and I knew I was overwhelmed, but I didn't know to what extent. One of my honors transfers, who's actually here tonight, came up to me that day and asked if I was okay, and I broke down crying. So Judy Al-Bakri actually ended up seeing me that day, and she took me into her office while I was crying and took care of me. So that was one of my most embarrassing moments here at MTSU, but at the same time, it was one of the most comforting moments. It reminded me that there are people who care. And I have met some great people who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. This last summer, I took a risk and decided to take the Honors Leadership's Excellence course. It was an intimidating course. The unique thing about this course is that it was made up of people from different majors, and one of the things we did in this class was a lot of presenting. And I've always not liked presenting because I've always felt that someone else could do better than me. Yet, my classmates were able to encourage me and help me speak my opinions, and I experienced more confidence and growth than I believed could be possible. So, to conclude, congratulations on making it this far in your academic journey. There are many people in this room who believe in you, and I would not be where I am today if the hardships I went through did not play out exactly how they did. Enjoy this chapter of your life while it lasts, because it will go by fast. I really want to encourage you all because you are so capable and you are going to do amazing things. This opportunity to speak tonight has helped me realize how fortunate I am to reflect on my journey with the Honors College. So thank you guys.
And our other speaker, fellow transfer fellow, is Jake Salter. Jake transferred, came a little farther away, Indiana University in Bloomington. He is now studying computer science with minors in mathematics and university honors. And I'm leaving just for a minute to see if I can get something to drink, and I'll be back, but you can go ahead, okay?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I just want to say congratulations on your award and welcome to MTSU. I think we're all so happy to have you. I don't think I could do this speech without first saying that I've really enjoyed my time in the Honor College, and to maybe thank a couple people, one of who just left for some water. So I've been in academia for what feels like a really long time. I'm actually 26, and this is the 4th university I've been to. And I don't really, I'm not planning on like getting too into my past, but I just bring that up to say the Honors College really stands out to me in all the institutions I've been in, just because of how competent and kind everybody I've interacted with is. And I really feel like the Honors College is a tight-knit community where there are people to look out for you. And when I say that, the first person that comes to my mind is Dr. Al-Bakri, who is a great advisor, and I feel like she knows everything. And she's just a great resource to have. And so thank you for everything you've done. And of course, our deans are both great. They're good men who are really intelligent and experienced. And Dean Bile is in my thesis committee. And every time I get to hear Dean Bile speak, I'm just so happy. Like he's so funny. And you guys have heard him speak, like he's got an awesome voice. So I'm really thankful for you as well. Thank you. So I feel like I have to acknowledge it feels a little funny to be speaking here because I was in the audience for this just a year ago. So I can't say that I've exhumed any like great wisdom or I've uncovered any like great truths about the world in just a year. I'm just a regular student and I had a pretty regular year. But I still feel really honored to be speaking here today because I think all of us are really special. And I'm not saying that we're special because we're honor students. I'm saying that because we're all transfer students. And every one of you is here with intention, that whether you were at a 2-year program and you finished and you wanted to continue on, or you were at a 4-year program and you just wanted to transfer here for the location or the curriculum, you all made a big decision to leave where you are and to be here. And I think that puts you ahead of your peers, just because you know what you're doing here. And that's what I want to talk the most about today. So I've been really into brewing coffee recently. And I've been drinking coffee for probably 10 years now. If I don't have coffee, like a cup a day, I get a headache. But I haven't really thought about the coffee I've been drinking. I think I've been using Great Value brand Keurig cups for like the past 2 years, Walmart brand Keurig cups. And just like a month ago, I was like, okay, I want to actually try to make good coffee at home. But it led me on this journey where I realized we do this typical American thing, and we turn coffee into a product. And maybe that doesn't make any sense, like that's kind of weird to say. But I think about, when I say coffee, I think about something like Folgers or Maxwell House or Nescafe or like Keurig cups. And the thing about those, they're on the shelf all year round. You can get them 7 days a week, and they taste the exact same every time. And they've tasted the same for like 50 years. Like they've never changed. But that's really weird to think about because coffee is an organic plant. And it tastes different where it's grown and how much sunlight it got that season, how much rainfall it had, the soil it was grown in, and yeah, it doesn't grow all year round. So I think in a really beautiful way and a really pretentious way, drinking a good cup of coffee is about exploring the beautiful things that our world has to offer, the different cultures that it has to offer. And as I'm standing here today looking out, I feel the same way about you guys, that you all have different backgrounds, and some of you might be from different countries or speak different languages, and you all have different preferences for food, different personalities. And I think that's so awesome, and it makes me so excited to be here in front of you guys and to go to school with you all. And I think the point that I'm trying to make is I hope that your time at MTSU gives you the skills to enhance the natural things about you. And I hope that you aren't turned into a cookie cutter, industrial worker type person while you're here. And I think being a part of the Honors College will help with that. And so before I leave, I just want to give 2 pieces of advice that kind of relate to this idea. So the first one is to pursue what you're passionate about. So like I said, everybody here, you all came with an intention. And I implore you to hold that intention in your heart and focus on that while you're here. And don't worry about your grades. And don't worry about what anybody else is doing. And don't worry about what your teachers say. Just go to class and learn the skills that you need to do what you love. And everything else will be taken care of. That might be easier said than done, because if you're out there and you can't think of what you're passionate about, that maybe you're just at MTSU because you want to get a degree and get a higher pay. I don't mean to disparage that at all. I like that's totally valid because you need to support yourself. But I just like to think there's something deeper to the job that we're going to end up doing. And so if you don't know what you're passionate about and you can't relate to me right now, I ask you to meditate on it or pray on it and reflect and listen to the emotions that come when you ask yourself a big question like that. Because I really think that when you know what you're passionate about, these things that maybe seem difficult or annoying when you're in school, like studying for a test or doing homework late at night, like they don't become easy all of a sudden, but they become something that's necessary, that you have to do because you have to accomplish something. And I also like to think that everybody in here, we're all human, and we have hearts and we have souls. And if you really connect to yourself, and you connect to your background and your family and the community that you're in, and you think about what you care about, whatever arises from that and whatever passion arises from that, I think it's going to be something that's good, and I think it's something that the world needs, and I think it'll be positive and wholesome, and I think it will help your community. And finally, and most importantly, the most important thing I think I could ever tell anybody is to be kind. And to be kind to yourself, be kind to your peers and your teachers and everybody that you interact with, and be kind to nature, and you will live a long and happy life. Thank you. And again, just welcome to the Honors College and welcome to MTSU. We're so happy to have you.